What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. You see, we got the big man here. Today's episode, we are going to take care of the Redcliffe Chanters board, but before we do that, we have a level up for Sten to take care of. Let us see here, we're going to pump all of this into strength. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm hoping we finally have enough to equip some of the badass armors we've been getting. Now, we have a couple options here. We have Sunder Armor, which is going to be a really good debuff overall. We have Two-Handed Strength, which is a passive, which makes the penalty for powerful swings a little less. Or we have Critical Strike. Now, I'm going to go for Sunder Armor. For a big elite enemy, Sunder Armor is actually really good. It's going to make our DPS attacks do way more damage. So definitely going to be using that. But that being on 5 is actually really good. So, let's see. You still can't. You need 38 strength for Blood Dragon. Can you use the Warden Commander? That's the question. 14. Has the same armor, but it has stat benefits, so there's no reason not to, right? It has 2.4. That's just flat better. Yeah, we can leave him with that. The gloves, I believe, I put in the Redcliffe, not the Redcliffe, excuse me, the Soldier's Peak chest. He can finally use Usaris, which is beautiful. The beautiful sword. You already know he's going to be using Usaris for a long time. Right, last but not least, what we got to do for Sten is we got to hit up his tactics menu real fast. So, you are going to go enemy, rank, elite or higher, usability, Sunder Arms. And now we actually have another one, so, enemy. Let's do... I want to put Pommel Strike, but I need to find the right prerequisite for it. Do I want him to Pommel Strike when someone attacks the mage? If I do that, that's going to pull him away from encounters. Let's just do it as elite or higher, and we'll micromanage it when we need to. I don't mind micromanaging a little bit. And this is pretty good. This is a pretty good setup for Sten. Let's go ahead and equip Precise Striking. You are definitely not going to be using Threaten, my friend. And Powerful Swings can be dropped over there too. Taunt he might use occasionally, but I doubt it. It's good to have it nonetheless. Right, so we have a Caravan, the refugees, and a battlefield. The Caravan was an investigation on what's happening in the trade route, so I'm not too invested in that, but we are going to go see if we can save some refugees. I'm not sure if they'll still be alive by the time we get there. There's been a lot of time passed since we got that quest. It's an adventurer leader. I'm not sure what this encounter is, so we are going to go ahead and drop a save. The Wooded Glen. I see a mage over there, so he's going to be priority if this turns into a fight.
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in.
Darkspawn? You don't say.
Right, Darkspawn. We killed a whole band of them on the way up from Loghain. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
What's the message about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
I believe this is the false claim of blood magic. I believe this is the quest we got where it's not actually true. So, I'm here to stop you. We don't want any more division in the land right now, especially not with the mages, since they're going to help us with the blight. Blood mages are to be punished. They are to be hunted, I believe. But regular mages who aren't guilty of that don't need to be painted with that brush. That creates more nonsense in the world. We don't need to make that situation any worse than it is. I'm here to stop you.
I thought you said...
You heard correct.
You're serious?
Indeed I am. Dead serious.
You look pretty tough, but we just fought Darkspawn. I think we can handle a few losers in armor. Let's see what you've got.
You're about to find out exactly what we have. So, we could have just persuaded it out and avoided this combat encounter entirely, but maybe I would like to kill this little mage over here. As again, they're lion scumbags. They're getting people made tranquil or executed for something that's not actually a problem. Don't like that. Bearing false witness. Charlatans. We're not a huge fan of that, so we're going to chop that wood. He's going to knock this little mage on his ass. Again, once the blow lands, you pop the other ability. You can do that back to back. You see, you can get a whole bunch of attack rate out of this. Give him Indomitable. Knock this mage on his ass so he can't heal. Not today, sir. I'm gonna leave him 1v1 in that guy. Now we can go help him. You see how OP mages can actually be. This guy's out healing all of Sten's DPS. But now that he's stunned, that's going to be the end of him. You see a huge hit by Sten right there. He hit 77 in one attack. Insane. By the time we get done leveling Sten up, he's actually going to be hitting upwards of 150 a strike. That's like baby Sten in comparison to where his build is going to end up. Now imagine 150 a strike and you're spamming the attack rate by timing the abilities correctly. Lots of damage to be made out of that. Seal of Rat Red. Mental and physical resistance. That'll be pretty good. I wonder. I don't recall what Sten is currently wearing ring-wise, but if he can get a ring slot out of that, I'd probably give it to him. Let's see. So Alistair needs a slot, Wynne needs a slot, and Sten doesn't have any rings at all. So we have Lloyd's magic ring. That's 2 strength, 1 cunning. You don't need the you don't need your cunning that high, Sten. We'll give you that. And then I suppose mental resistance is good. Physical resistance, not really what you want in a mage. Yeah, we'll give this to Alistair for now. And then we'll juggle them around as we get more stuff. Right, so that takes care of the False Witness quest. Onwards to the refugees. And you see the refugees are still alive. It's beautiful we got here in time. Now, this is not really going to be a situation where we can save everybody here. We're going to be spread way too thin for that. These refugees over here are sadly probably doomed. I can try and heal one of you, but I doubt it's going to make a difference in the end. Now, of course, I'm kind of letting Sten do whatever he will. This Hurlock needs to be shut down pretty quickly, spamming fireballs at the refugees. Right, so all those refugees perished. Unfortunately, we're spread way too thin to do both. Alistair, pop Torn, try and keep that somewhat reasonable. There's his passive stun that can happen sometimes. Let's take a look over here, actually. Are you in threat by anybody? You're not. There's one Genlock actually over there that's causing a problem, so... Wynne, if you'd be so kind, take care of this for me. Heal him up. Took care of the emissary already. I'll trust them to go with that. What's the refugee situation like over here?
As you say. I shall do so.
Wonderful. Okay, we didn't save all of them, but we saved some of them. We managed to get this little caravan of refugees out alive.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
I wish I could save them all, but...
Right. On it.
Well, that's the reality of war, right? You can't save everybody.
Thank you, thank you.
The lesson that Mass Effect 3 tries to drive home in the start of that game, actually, is...
This should be easy.
No matter what you do here, there are going to be casualties. But you don't get away from a war like this without any kind of death. But I am happy to save where I can.
Let's get started.
That's all the loot we're going to find here. That's Darkspawn to deal with. The emissary dropped us a health potion there, so thanks for that. I miss any herbs or anything back here? I did not. Alright, we'll go ahead and get out of this place. Maybe if I had sent Sten over here right at the start and taunted, maybe we could have saved a couple more refugees, but... Can't exactly risk Sten's life. He is more useful to us alive than dead. You see the Darkspawn Horde progression up here. Oh, we're taking a big old loop around here. Denerim actually has a quest icon above it. I haven't ever noticed the map do that before. Or just diary. That'll be a codex for us for next episode. A lot of dead here. This is the quest we got to recover some of the heirlooms from the fallen soldiers here for the family members. More than happy to do it. Now, of course, there are wolves on both sides, so immediately we're going to take Wynne back here. I don't want her to get flanked by the other wolves. You see, they're already thinking about doing that, so Alistair, me and Sten should be able to take care of this wolf. Indeed we could.
Let's get started.
Some more wolf pelt.
As you wish.
There is a quest for wolf pelt eventually. I believe that's in Denerim.
Let us end this.
Alistair, popcorn. Get ourselves in position to get a big dual sweep off. This is actually how a lot of battlefields back in the day would go. You would get these animals like wolves, bears, vultures,
As you wish.
all coming to pick off the dead. Crows even. That's why crows were seen as an omen of the dead, because they would just linger above battlefields getting their dinner. Smart enough to learn that there's going to be a lot of dead bodies on the ground after a battle. Somewhere up here we're going to get into a real big fight after we deal with the wolf horde. Wynne, I need you to stand behind the line. I'm saving my pawn for when the rest of them close. She actually has more attention than I'd like her to, so I'm going to go ahead and pop taunt early.
Only one shall stand.
I don't really want Wynne to be garnering that much attention. Alistair dropped a little bit of aggro there in this fight, that's okay.
On it.
Gotta grab all these. I do see more enemies up here on the map that we gotta go take care of. The little wolf that didn't come with his friends.
Let's get started. Only one shall stand.
You do have to run around this battlefield a little if you want to get the others to spawn.
As you wish.
Progressing on up. This battlefield is actually human versus human. This is from the Civil War that Loghain started. Secure Ferelden independence. The absurdity of that is the only dead I see here are Fereldens. I'm not seeing any dead or legions here, Loghain. Only your countrymen. And he is the boss of this fight. Now, before we start chopping that wood, he's going to pop Taunt. I'm going to pop Mark of Death.
Victory shall be mine.
Now we're in a pretty good position.
Here we go.
Just sit here and chop that wood now. And that's the battlefield clear. Bear is the last enemy we have to fight. I'm not seeing the quest journal update. You found the conscripts of Company East Hill dead to a man. Report this unfortunate news to the Chantry board. Trader remarked on your map determined the fate of the border caravan. We did 18 samples of corpse gold. We only needed 10, so we're going to get a big paycheck there. Defeated the Darkspawn in the area. And the strange creature is killing merchants. Be on the lookout while traveling. Okay. So, the quest did update at some point here. We can move on. We have one more place to hit up, and then we'll be done with the Chanters board. caravan all the way down here. Maybe we'll get jumped by whatever is killing the merchants on our way down here. You can regularly and will regularly get interrupted like this. Trickster Whim. This is for the Chanters board. This can be a tough fight, but you get some nice boots out of this. Sten is gonna rock this dude's world. See, he wasn't even interested in talking, he's only interested in fighting. I imagine this might be the guy killing all the merchants. Okay, so first things first. Hit the mage. We're gonna go around the battlefield and take out all these little mages. While our party does that thing on the main guy. Deal with all the little ones first. And now we can just focus on this guy. We're gonna give him the mark of death. Now I just want to chop that wood. Alistair already popped his taunt, so that's good. Sten, you're gonna go ahead and sunder arms, take his damage away. Let's stun him. Didn't last for very long, and the dual sweep should finish it. Wonderful. And now the merchant caravan should be a little more safe.
As you wish.
And we get Mage's War Boots, which are Drakeskin, which is really good. That's 12 defense. Really good boots for a mage. What boots do we have on Wynne right now? We have none, actually, so perfect. Congratulations, Wynne. You got a new item. You got a new pair of shoes. So you didn't leave the merchants much chance to do anything. He was slaughtering these guys so much that they thought it was a demon killing the merchants. Actually just seems like a rogue, but I suppose he was a battle mage. Mages never cease to inspire much confidence, do they? Now, a lot of people can say what they will about the mage cause, but it doesn't seem to me like they do much in the way of helping their own, you know, point of view. Plenty of people are willing to be on the mage's side during all this. But whenever you ask somebody why these mages should be given like the assistance or the freedom that they seek, there's never really much of an answer.
It's either you or me.
Right, so right away, Sten, I want you to come help me with this guy. Excuse me, this guy. I'm gonna go chop this wood. They can cast annoying little spells like that. Yeah, I'm basically stuck there for the rest of this fight now because of this little asshole. So we're gonna hit him with that. Then that right into the Sunder Arms. And pop the stun on us. But he's dead regardless. Now it's just easy cleanup. And the trade route down here that they were wondering if it was still secure or not was actually a horde of Darkspawn. Sitting here raiding the caravans as they go through.
Let's get started.
Again, Darkspawn themselves aren't intelligent while they're alone, but when they are led by an archdemon, that's when they start to get tactical. Cutting off trade routes, supply routes. They can be quite crafty when they're led by an archdemon. Not just mindless Zergs. Elf root, need that for potions. Which actually...
Of course.
How much can you make for us? Only a lesser health potion. What do we need for this? Distillation agent. Okay, we can pick that up at camp. We're gonna make some stuff. We're gonna make some potions from Wynne. Probably after this episode. Actually, want to loot this little gen lock. There we go. Now we can progress. And I believe that's it for the Chanters board quests. I think we're all squared away on that, so we can go back to Redcliffe Village, turn all that in. We'll go to the Mages Collective too. And then we should be okay to wrap the episode up, and then I'll take a look at the codexes. If we've got enough, I'll do a codex episode. Got jumped again.
Concentrate, like we practiced.
Oh, here we get to see our allies find some Darkspawn. So there is potentially all kinds of problems if we let them get up to the mages. We're not going to do that. I'd actually love for Alistair to pop his taunt. Alright, Sten, it's up to you to save the mages. We do actually want to keep all these mages alive if we can. They are our allies. Now the alpha's dead. He's already taunting, that's good. Sten, you're gonna be able to watch this mage's back. We saved the hell out of our little mage friend here.
Direct me.
And Wynne is already casting heal. I was actually going to use that on the mage. Wonderful. And this guy's the last guy, and he walked into a glyph of paralysis, so we're good. We didn't lose a single mage. He's teaching the apprentices how to fight Darkspawns, the teacher.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war.
We do.
They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
I did. They're so capable, they managed to stun the shit out of me, too.
Discipline and focus. The master says we will help in the battles to come.
You definitely will. You see how powerful mages can be when they're taught correctly. They had this entire area of the battlefield locked down. They staggered the line long enough for Sten to get there to help out, too. You put like a good group of warriors.
This should be easy enough.
There's a front line for mages in the back line like that. They can just fry like siege weapons. Basically a living, breathing trebuchet. It's also cool that you get to see your allies fight like that out in the world. I think that happens for every single faction you pick up too. We gotta level up. So we'll go 30 cunning. And then we'll dip once into willpower. And then that should be the end of our cunning dips. Put the rest into will and spread it around, I guess, now. So, let's finally get Master Combat Tactics. We don't need tactics for ourselves, so we may as well just pick up the Master Combat stuff. Grab this. Now we have Exploit Weakness. A keen eye and a killer instinct help the assassin exploit target's weak points. During a successful backstab attack, the assassin gains additional damage based on cunning. That is very good, but first, we have Dual Weapon Mastery. Only a chosen few truly master the complicated art of fighting with two weapons. The character is now among the elite company, able to wield full-sized weapons in both hands. Stamina costs for all dual weapon talents are also reduced. Now we obviously need this at some point, so that our stamina doesn't die while we're spamming all the abilities we're going to pick up next. Now we're going to start turning ourselves into a blender of death like I promised earlier. We'll have plenty of levels to go. Only young in this, really. Like, what level are we right now? 12? Yeah, we just hit 12. Goes all the way up to 25, so we're not even halfway done with the level cap for Origins. And then Awakening has its own bag of fun. That's brand new abilities, all kinds of stuff to do in Awakening. We'll get to that. I'll probably start Awakening right after I finish Origins, depending on how close to Veilguard the release is. I suppose I could finish the Origins playthrough alongside the Veilguard one. Now the Mages Collective is by the lake. The Chanters board's right here. You get our bonus money for the Corpse Gold too. Turn it all in at once. You see now that we took care of the castle, there's actually some guards posted down here, which is good. The people of the village are gonna have a lot more protection down here now.
Blessed are the peacekeepers,
Champions of the just.
We'll make it through this somehow after all.
And we got 5 sovereigns for that, which is huge.
Let's get started.
And no more quests on the board. I did just notice there's a Blackstone liaison down here.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Grease the wheels. My friend, I have a task that requires some tact and discretion, and I think you're perfect for the job. The Blackstone Irregulars cannot survive without the patronage of the nobles, mages, and other groups who retain our services. For that work to continue, however, we have to ensure that people are looking out for our interests. To that end, I ask you to make a trip to Denerim and pass on our appreciation to certain individuals. Return when you are done, and I'll see that you are rewarded. Tauren. Now, Tauren is the son. That's not the main leader of the Blackstones. That's his son. We talked a little before about the differences you could tell in their personalities.
We just got back here after we heard that the attacks were over. I can't believe Redcliffe is still in one piece.
That's good. The Doomsayer is also gone too. It looks like we finally convinced him to clear off. He's not screaming about how everybody's dead from the hills anymore. And the same for our collective friends.
The Mage's collective thanks you. Maker's smile upon you.
And for that, we got 2 sovereigns and a level up for Wynne. You see why it's handy to do these as you can. So for Wynne, we're going to go 2 magic, 1 will, as always. Dump her another point into her blow. She's going to be the resident potion maker for the group. I'm not really interested in Lifewood right now. I guess since she's doing pretty good in all this. Characters specialize in direct attacks using a magic staff, gaining a permanent bonus to damage from basic attacks. That's not bad. Arcane Mastery is good, a permanent bonus to spell power, but I would like her, at this point, to be able to do some damage while she's, you know, sustaining all of our lives. Haste is good. Haste basically gives everybody in the party momentum. The spell also imposes a small penalty to attack and drains mana rapidly, which is a little unfortunate. I think what we're gonna do, just for the odd occasion where it counts for something, is give her lightning. Give her an ability to do some damage too every now and then. That's something I'm going to micromanage. I won't have her casting that on her own. And then I think we're all squared away with this. I do have one thing I'm slightly interested in before we wrap this episode, and I'd like to see if now Redcliffe is up on its feet. If the general store is up and running. It is not. It would have been nice to see an NPC in here peddling some goods. Right. That was very loud. Apologies. So, current quests. We have nothing for this. Voices of Power, Termination, Brothers Killer, and Banner Store. That's good. We have the Grimoire quest on Morrigan, Friends of Regeni's in Denerim. The Irregulars are... doesn't even really tell you. It's just 5 hooded couriers in Denerim somewhere. Alright, we're good. Alrighty, that's going to be a wrap for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Have a good day, guys. Take care.